Yo, what's up? This your boy Derek Brent here, Strike7Sports.com. Today, I just want to talk about the Memphis Tigers um, upcoming slate against the SEC, which begins this Saturday down in Atlanta when they take on the Auburn Tigers. Um, I believe the name of the game the it's called the Holiday Hoops Giving Classic or something like that, Invitational down in Atlanta. Georgia take on the Auburn Tigers, a team that's I believe currently ranked 11 or 13 right now, if I'm not mistaken, undefeated. It's one of the top teams in college basketball, coached by Bruce Pearl. Um, and one of the many undefeated teams, or teams that have no losses at all in the SEC right now. Um, Going to be interesting to see, And after that, Monday they take on the Alabama Crimson Tide, who is a highly ranked team, I believe number 8 right now in the country. And after that, they go on a little break and host. They come home to host the Texas A&M Aggies, who I believe out of three on the slate, this 3-game slate, will be the weakest link. But anyways, these are resume building games going into your conference schedule. So, in my opinion, if Memphis could go 2-1 during this stretch, I believe that they're going to be sitting really nice when it comes to these rating these teams and rating Memphis and where they stand in regards to NCAA tournament berth. It will be the second one of their second tournament berth, dating back to last season, that they'll be in the tournament this year. But when you play games like this and you're able to come out on top, it means a lot. And last year, I know Alabama's going to be ready. Nate Oates going to have ready to play because of what happened last year when Alabama came down to Memphis and Memphis beat them. People were down in the dirt at the time. Going through a little tough stretch at that time, a little facing a lot of adversity, but Memphis rised up and beat Alabama at home. But a whole different squad that will be playing this year, and I'm looking forward to seeing how since it's a older team, how Memphis is going to perform in these games, in these type of games. These we facing SEC teams, highly ranked teams in the country. We got a little glimpse of that against the when they played Seton Hall, St. Louis. They lost both of those games. They were pretty close. Seton Hall was a buzzer beater. St. Louis was just an intense battle. Well, Memphis came to play in that game, and they could have won it, but it's neither here nor there. We're talking about the SEC now, but this is a game they got. These are the games that they need to win. They need to have a good outing, and I believe, I know, based on what I'm reading on Auburn, is that they're not a good shooting team, and I know people rag on Memphis for how ineffective they can be shooting, which I disagree with now because it has gotten a lot better compared to what we saw. But Auburn is not a really good shooting team. A lot of their wins this season have been grinding it out. They've been grinding out these wins. Some of them. They've been having a schedule has been pretty much cakewalks so far. They had a tough one against St. Louis, who same team that Memphis had issues with. Won by 5 points, 65 to 60. They won, blew out Colgate. It's 93-66. Now, the thing about Colgate, if I'm not mistaken, is that Alabama, when they played Alabama, Alabama almost blew a 20, nearly blew a 20-point lead against Colgate. 20-point lead against the Crimson Tide, against that team. But Auburn had no issues with them. No issues whatsoever with them. But these wins, a lot of these wins, man, could be deceptive, man. A lot of these wins. If I say any of the three teams that had played some tough competition, out of three that Memphis is going to face, I would say it'd be Alabama. Alabama played Michigan State. They ran through them. They played. Had a tough one against Connecticut. They lost, but they beat North Carolina by 3 points, by 2 points, and now they face Houston on Saturday. Yeah, that's part of the. I'm thinking that's a part of the holiday hoops giving invitational, but Alabama could be the toughest opponent out of the three. So I think between Auburn and Texas A&M, if you can, you know, um, play them pretty close, be physical with them, um, win the field goal percentage battle against Alabama, I think Memphis could beat them. That defense, stifle them down, lock them down. I believe Memphis could beat Auburn and Texas A&M. The Alabama game, I'm not gonna no lies to you. That's gonna be a tough one. That could be a tough game. I think out of the two, between Alabama and Auburn, I think Auburn is the team that I think Alabama is the team that's gonna be capable of having a deep run, a deep NCAA tournament run, in my opinion, the way I see it. Um, Auburn, I think the jury's still out on them as to what type of team they're gonna be. And a lot of these teams, having really good records right now. You know, some of them are 7-0, 8-0, 8-1. A lot of these teams gonna face the music once they get in conference play. You know, and for Memphis, like I said, if they can go 2-1 during the stretch, I think they'll be in good shape. They could put them in good shape, in my opinion. Now, um, win these games. If they win all three of them, it could be uh, it could be. I think they could get ranked. That's enough. Then that would be enough to warrant them being ranked in the top 25, in my opinion. If you go there, you start the slate off and beat Auburn, Alabama, and Texas A&M. They should be ranked. They already done beat two. They're already 2-0 against the conference. If you really look at it, they beat Vanderbilt and they beat Ole Miss. So you sweep the SEC 5-0, they should be ranked. And that Ole Miss team had a winning record. Has a winning record. So we'll see. Oh, so in a correction, it was South Dakota. South Dakota State was a team that Alabama almost blew a 20 point lead against. South Dakota State. So that's a correction right there. It was South Dakota State that Alabama almost blew a 20 point lead against. But they get this done. They go out, play hard, show up. It's gonna look good. It's gonna be really good for Memphis, and they'll be going into conference play, in a good situation, and good for the tournament. And we'll just see everything plays out. But the margin for error in these games and losing them and all that is gonna get slimmer and slimmer as you edge closer to January and on to February when things really get tight, and the margin for error just slims down to pretty much zero. It depends on how you take care of business once that conference slate opens up. But these out of conference games against premier opponents like Auburn and Alabama, is where you make your bones at. Texas A&M, they're 5-3 right now. They may be a bubble team. Just in my opinion, they could be a bubble team. I think at home, I think Memphis should be able to take care of them. So we'll see though. But I gotta do more scouting and more research on that program. But I've seen their record, their resume right now. I ain't impressed. Despite the winning record. But big game, 4 o'clock in Atlanta. Pretty sure there's gonna have a big Memphis contention out there, fans to support the team. So looking forward to covering that game, and there'll be a preview coming out probably from the Strike Seven Sports website this Friday, because the game is on Saturday. So preview story coming out this Friday, probably around the afternoon, the evening, talking about that game, breaking it down, what the Tigers should do, what they should look out for, and how it's gonna play out. All right, that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how y'all feel. How you feel about the Memphis Tigers going to this 3-game stretch against Auburn, Alabama, and Texas A&M. Also, check out strike7sports.com for latest content on the NFL, the NBA, Memphis Tigers football and basketball programs, and much more. Peace.